enough money to pay to have enough people there.
That many...
Because that's how everything gets done with them. They got to pay people. They can pay for riots because you don't need a couple thousand people that are willing to punch people randomly.
Or even a couple of hundred at $10, $15 an hour or whatever the going rate. I think the going rate's $15 an hour.
I think it's a pack of cigarettes and a lighter.
and at that, you're listening to Smith Radio. Your host, Brian Smith and Kerry Smith, giving you all the facts and the details. You follow us on Facebook.com/Smith Radio, SMYTH. Follow us on iHeartRadio, the short, quick link, iHeart.smithradio.com. We're also on iTunes. Follow us on Spreaker. Oh, and on Twitter. You got to follow us on Twitter.
Most important thing.
At Smith Radio. And we're going over the Donald Trump presser this week that happened early this week, how he's just slamming the media. He's putting the media in their place, and he's taken no prisoners.
This is kind of unprecedented because it's always been, for over 100 years, everybody knows you don't attack people that buy ink by the barrel. That's always been the saying ever since. I mean, look what happened to with the Citizen Kane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whatever his name is. So he attacked Hearst, William Randolph Hearst, who bought ink by the truckload, apparently.
Right, because he had his own newspaper.
He had a newspaper network that spanned from coast to coast.
Right.
He was like the most powerful way. This was before TV and radio came out. Any type of entertainment you wanted to have that wasn't real life, you had to buy a newspaper or a magazine or something like that. And a huge portion of them were owned by William Randolph Hearst. And I don't know why the name of the guy from Citizen Kane is slipping my mind. Well, but he attacked him by making the movie Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is an attack on William Randolph Hearst.
Correct.
And so William Randolph Hearst destroyed him.
Well, and if you look at the day and age we live in now, newspaper is a dying dinosaur. It's a dying business. Like you wouldn't, unless you were Yahoo, you wouldn't buy a newspaper company right now with the intent.
Did Yahoo buy a newspaper company? Orson Welles. I don't know why.
Yeah. Somebody just recently acquired a newspaper outfit in London, England, and said, we're going to go back to the old day and age where it was more of a simpler time, and we're going to print these newspapers again. The business closed and failed within 90 days. So forget about it. So Trump says to Al, hey, I didn't ask Al to be here. I didn't know he was going to be. Now I saw him. I said, hey, Al, why don't you come up here? He's like, okay. I said, hey, Al, you want to say something? Okay, hold on, Al. Hold on. You're a sleaze, I tell you. Okay.
And Al's like, oh, he's not done insulting the people that buy ink by the barrel yet.
Right, and as soon as he just ended that sleaze thing, you know the facts and you're a sleaze. He took a step back, turned sideways, opened his palm for Al Baltazaro to step up. This was off the cuff, no teleprompter. This was just pure emotion from old salty dog.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. First of all, for the record, I'm a state representative from New Hampshire, 10 years on the Veterans Affairs Committee, 22 years in the Marine Corps, retired First Sergeant. What I want to clarify here, first of all, I would never, ever in a million years put my name on a candidate that did not, from his heart, look me in the eye and tell me he's concerned about veterans. That's Donald Trump. I met him over a year ago. I've been involved with many fundraisers. There are many scam artists out there. He did the right thing by vetting these groups there. If you look at some of the groups, they're giving 20 cents, 40 cents on the dollar, and they're spending the rest for, their, nice lavish trips. He gave 100%. The liberal media is the only ones that have been calling me on the foundation. All right, I'm the former chairman. I've been dealing with this stuff for years as a veterans activist. Stop using veterans as political pawns. You got a guy outside McCoy. Go do a Google search on his Facebook. He's out there, his pictures with Clinton. They are using veterans as political pawns. It must stop. Donald Trump is doing this for the heart. You're all focused on the way he's raising money, and you're not looking at the 22 veterans that are killing each other every day. You're not concerned about the thousands of veterans that are on wait lists. Look at his plan on his Trump's website. He talks about medical cards. He talks about fixing the VA. He talks about competition. I think the liberal media, and I've been dealing with you a long time, you need to get your head out of your butt, focus on the real issues. Thank you.
Awesome.
And
awesome.
That was a mic drop. Like he literally dropped the mic.
He should have pulled it off and dropped it.
Dude, somebody needs to come up with the where they edit the video at the end.
Yeah.
And have him hold his arm out and drop a mic.
Yeah, they could definitely do that with no problem. There was an actual Obama did that. He's such a
he kicked the door in?
No. He really did this. He had a mic in his back pocket.
Right.
And when he was done talking, he pulled it out and dropped it.
For real.
What a douche. He was doing it to pander to the millennials.
Oh, of course. Of course. Look, he's so cool.
Oh, my gosh. He did a real mic drop.
Well,
so whatever.
The winner of the talent show contest in one of these college or high school or something or other, they videotaped it, and it went viral, was this geeky boy who had a water bottle in his hand. And he crept up to a chair, really slow, taking long strides, as if it was slow motion going to slam dunk a basketball. And he came around to the chair, and he flipped the water bottle. It flipped and landed right side up, and the crowd went wild.
Yeah.
And he threw his hands up in the air, and he won the talent show.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how stupid we have kids doing that. That's just...
I mean, it was kind of impressive. I did see that video, but I don't.
He would love the mic drop from Obama.
It was interesting because he was actually walking away like he was done, and he had succeeded before the bottle hit the table. So
he owned it.
But anyway, yeah, he owned it. So yeah, there was a mic drop situation there, and I thought it's awesome.
Yeah. So then Trump said, "Hey, I got the numbers. You ready for it? So I'm going to give you all the numbers. You got your pencil and your pad ready?" Okay.
So he pretty much, he wanted to waste these people's time.
Oh, he burnt their day.
He ruined their day.
Smoked it. He's like, "I know you're ready. Okay, you got your pencil and paper there? Okay. So I just want to let you know I raised $6 million. Well, with $5.7 million, and I got a couple more friends coming on board. It's going to be $6 million, over $6 million. Okay, and those numbers that we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you all the details of all the money and where it went. And so you ready? Okay. Well, I just want to let you know the vetting process took a long time.
I loved his explanation, actually. He wanted to say, look, I didn't want to talk about this so much. I don't want to take
keep
credit.
It private. Yeah.
Didn't want to take credit. Didn't want to make it a big spectacle about me, which he never does. No. He never, ever mentioned about that guy whose mortgage he paid off.
He said that there was a military vet that called him in absolute tears or wrote a letter to him, and it was just an emotional letter. The guy received a check for $80,000 just out of the blue, and it came from Trump's donations of the foundation.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, and these military members that are getting this money, a lot of them don't have legs, don't have arms, and so they go in there and they re-outfit their home so that they can live a normal life or some type of
that could be really
normalcy.
Expensive. I mean, you can't just go and find a house that has this kind of access to allow for disabled veterans to get through doorways and stuff like that. They don't normally make them that way with the extra wide hallways and all that kind of stuff.
And if you've ever seen the cost of some of this stuff,
it's
so inflated. It's ridiculous because it says
it's all custom stuff.
It says medical grade.
Medical
grade aluminum.
What does that even mean?
It means more money.
It means that we put medical grade on it. We labeled it.
We label. So you said you were listening to talk radio throughout the week, and you kept hearing people call in about the nonprofits and how you give money, how nonprofits receive money or how nonprofits give out money. And the whole thing was that if you are giving money to a nonprofit organization, you've got to vet these people out. You got to make sure that their 501c3 paperwork.
It made total sense to me. But you know what? None of that stuff was talked about until he finally had his press conference, and it made perfect sense because anybody could start a nonprofit. Well, I think it's like $500.
And if you did back in 08 and a half, 09, and you called your nonprofit Greeny Green Beans for peace, love, and greenness,
and solar panels,
you were given a check from the government, from Obama,
for trillions.
Yes.
I mean, Solyndra.
Right. Even the employees at Solyndra laughed and bragged about how they always went to work every day and did nothing.
There were like thousands of employees that went into a cubicle
and watched movies all day and called their friends.
They probably
surfed the net,
and probably played a lot of solitaire.
Right.
Solitaire.
So Trump had to vet all these organizations that were going to receive money. And you're like, okay, $6 million. Well, how's he giving?
The vetting process doesn't happen overnight.
No,
you can't just. I mean, you got to really dig in and say, how established is this nonprofit? Have they been given to veteran causes for a long time? Can we see your books?
Do they have a track record?
Can we see your books to make sure that when you say you're giving 80% or 90% or 85%, is that true, or are you just saying that?
Right.
And then who is going to do the legwork to verify this? You got to hire somebody or ask somebody to volunteer to do this. It's going to take some months. You're right. Some people were calling in at these talk shows who actually work in this business who said, I cannot believe how quickly Trump was able to pull this off.
Well, I thought 3 months was like a long time.
No, they said, I can't believe he was able to pull it off in 3 months. They said this could sometimes take over a year.
And he reiterated again and again and again, it's 5.7, I got more people. He kept saying there is zero administrative cost.
100%. That's unbelievable.
100%. He paid out of pocket. All admin, all research, all vetting came out of his pocket.
Rush said he knows the guy who's in charge of that money that was donated.
Yeah.
He says he's a great guy and all that. He obviously must be completely volunteering because there's 100% pass-through. He has to be doing all this for free.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Either that or
he's going to get he's going to get a cabinet position.
Well, either that or Trump may have him hired in a different position. And this is something that he isn't necessarily
just side note. Side note. But he's
like,
still
hey,
part
can
of
you do this. I know you're supposed to be doing this. This is what I pay for you to do over here.
Right.
But I need you to take a break so that you can do this.
Over here. Yeah, you don't have to do that work. Just do this.
How else? Either he's volunteering or he's being asked to put off other work that he's getting paid for in order to do this for free.
Right.
So, 100% pass it. That's amazing.
And you're thinking, well, okay, $5.7 million. How did he split it up? And there's no, I mean, he didn't say that any rhyme or reason, but the money was in different amounts. 50,000, 80,000, 100,000, 120,000, and I think it was the Marine Corps, or I think it was Marine Corps.
I have no idea.
One of the Marine Corps vets.
There's like 30 different things that he gave to
Oh, yeah, the list. And he went on and on, and then he would stop. He would read like 3 or 4, and he would stop, and he would talk about each one. And he kept going on and on. And this is why he didn't want to have to do this, because he had to expose and show the media that he personally, he gave $1.2 million, and he said, I was looking at 3 different groups to hand it to. And out of those 3 groups, we couldn't vet them fast enough, So I gave it all to one organization. So one organization received $1.2 million.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know what their